Today, I'm back with another mega unboxing and review for you all. Today, I'm going to be showing off the brand new Scream Factory 4K Collector's Edition release of Dawn of the Dead. So I'm going to open this one up to show you all what the inside looks like with the disc. Also go over what special features come on the disc. Also my thoughts on the 4K visual and audio presentation. And then my recommendation on if this one is worth the price. So let's get right into it. So starting off with just checking out the front cover here, and I don't know, I feel this one looks kind of plain to me. I mean, it works for the movie, of course. You got the zombies on the front. Of course, it's dawn, so you can see the sun and the red. I like that. It does flow together, but I don't know, it just doesn't pop. Doesn't pop to me. Doesn't super catch my attention for some reason. So I'm a little let down by it. It's not terrible. I just don't think it's amazing. And when you see Dawn of the Dead, you expect exceptional. Now, taking a quick look at the spine before we move on, you can see the Dawn of the Dead in yellow. I love that font style and color. To me, that does catch my attention on the shelf, so I'm going to be able to find it easily. You can see the zombie silhouettes at the top with the red and yellow background. Definitely flows from the front cover, so that works well enough. And of course, you got the Scream Factory logo at the bottom, so it's a decent spine. Now to take a look at the inside to check out these discs, and look at this. It is the same as the front cover, so no need to pull this out to take a closer look at the image. To me, that is pretty lazy using that same image over again. And not only that, we get 3 discs in here. Do we think we're going to get something different on the next disc? Well, let's take a look. Wow! Exactly the same image as the front cover. Now, this is pure laziness from Scream Factory. Remember when Army of Darkness had all those discs and they did a different image for each of those? That was awesome. Why not give Dawn of the Dead the same treatment? People love this movie, and to go all lazy on disc artwork here and nothing really on the inside, to me, that just kind of bums me out a little bit. Taking a look at the back now, you can see all the special features there, and we actually got 3 discs in here, so the special features are kind of spread out there, but the majority of the most hyped special features to me is on disc 3. Disc 2 is more of the vintage special features, but disc 3 actually has the ones that Shout did. Now, I do think they are the same ones that Shout did on the Blu-ray release of Dawn of the Dead, so I don't think there's anything new here for this 4K release. Unfortunately, that is a little lazy. I would like to see some new interview on there, even though the interviews they do have are excellent. I mean, a couple of the cast members really go into their experiences on the movie, so I do appreciate that. And you get James Gunn with an interview. I mean, talking about writing the film, that was absolutely awesome. But I would have loved a new interview, maybe from Zack Snyder. That would have been fantastic if they could get something like that. But yeah, special features overall are decent. But if you're upgrading to the 4K here, expecting something new, I just don't think you're going to get it. Now to go over my thoughts on the 4K quality, both visual and audio-wise. And wow, I was really disappointed here. There is no Dolby Atmos track at all. It is just the regular 5.1 master audio tracks, and that is lame. We're doing a 4K release here, Scream Factory, of a really big title movie that people love. Why not get a Dolby Atmos track going? And you do get the 4K disc here with the Dolby Vision HDR. At least that's what it says. But to me, I did not see it on screen. To me, this was a very lackluster kind of 4K presentation. It didn't look bad by any means, don't get me wrong, but there's nothing that really popped in the movie where I'm like, oh my goodness, I love this, so glad I got it in 4K. To me, it wasn't shining through, and it has a lot of film grain in there, of course, because of how the movie was filmed, but I thought I would get more clarity with the Dolby Vision and HDR, but I was not seeing it. Now for a quick little review of the movie. So wow, Dawn of the Dead was absolutely a bloody fun time. I love this zombie action movie because even though it's zombies, it's not completely just horror. Yeah, you got the horror elements in there, but with James Gunn's writing, Zack Snyder's directing, they take it up to a new action level, and it's jam-packed. It has so much going on here. Just the opening scenes leave you jaw dropped like, oh my gosh, this is absolutely outrageous. I'm having a great time here, and I like all the different characters' personalities and how different characters get introduced throughout the story. You root for some of the characters, you root against other characters, and so it's just kind of a fun time in that way. And I love how it ends too, kind of that ambiguous ending. To me, this movie works so well. I mean, the practical zombie effects just look absolutely amazing. And so you could just see that these are really big fans of the original Dawn of the Dead. When they were creating this movie, they did want to do it justice and take it to a whole different kind of level and put their own spin on it. I think they totally pulled it off, so I quite enjoy this movie. Now to get into my recommendation, if this is worth the 4K upgrade from Scream Factory, and the answer is absolutely not. If you already own Dawn of the Dead from Scream Factory on the Blu-ray, I think you're totally fine here because you're not really getting too much with this upgrade besides the 4K disc. But once again, you're not even getting a Dolby Atmos track, so it's really just for the 4K visuals. I didn't think those were that big of a deal anyway. Not getting any new special features, at least from what I could tell here. And so it's really just kind of a lackluster release. They didn't even change the artwork from the front cover to the disc. Like, what? That is pure laziness. This reminds me of how they did the Evil Dead remake movie. Very lackluster release there as well. So I'm pretty disappointed in Scream Factory. Sometimes they do amazing work. Sometimes they kind of phone it in, and I think this one was totally phoning it in. I don't think it's worth the new price of about $30 off of Amazon right now. I would say if you have the Blu-ray, be content with that. Or if you're really a massive fan and you just want to have the 4K disc, I'd say wait for it to drop in price, get to 20-something bucks before getting this one. I can only really recommend this if you don't own any copies of Dawn of the Dead. Sure, maybe go for it. That's why I got it, because I never owned Dawn of the Dead on physical, and I know the movie's awesome. So that's why I bought it. But if you got another copy of Dawn of the Dead, you're probably good for the moment. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of the Scream Factory 4K release of Dawn of the Dead? Were you disappointed just like me? Did you pick it up? Or are you going to pick it up? Or are you definitely not going to pick this one up? What do you think of the Dawn of the Dead movie overall? Do you like it as much as the original? Let's have those fun movie discussions down below. I wanted to give a shout out to my Patreon supporters out there. Darvin for being the first patron, signing up for that membership. Thank you so much for supporting the channel on that level and being a mega movie hero. Now, if you're interested in Patreon and getting those exclusive content and other perks and all those great shout outs, make sure you check out the link on my channel page for all those wonderful mega memberships. And if you love collecting physical media just like me and being a part of this amazing league of mega film fans, make sure you subscribe right now. That way you stay entertained and up to date on all the latest physical media topics.
Sooner or later, they're going to get in here.
And if you enjoyed this physical media topic, click another one to see more. Also, like the video, and this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.